What's poppin', billionaires gang? How you guys doing? It's your boy Spice. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited, guys. We're getting to the end of the year. A lot of things has happened this year, guys. I'm in the forex world, right? A lot of profit has come. If you check back to 2019, 2020, a lot has really changed in the forex world, and forex is generally becoming something very, very acceptable by a lot of people. So I'm looking forward to 5 years to this time, 10 years to this time, even 2 years to this time, right? A lot of things will have happened, a lot of things will have changed about the forex. I know you guys have been working on your risk management, also you've been working on your psychology, your strategy, but there's also something I want you guys to make sure you take as serious as you're taking every other thing, right? Which is money management. Money management is very, very important. Even if you're risking 1% per trade, you're risking 2%, even if you are risking 0.5% per trade, right? You still need to practice money management. I have an amazing strategy that I'm using for my money management, which I think will really help a lot of you guys. So I just thought to share this with you guys. Maybe this will help someone somewhere. Maybe probably, you've been taking trades and your trades move in your favor, and the next thing you see is this trade just go back and eat your stop loss. Without further ado, guys, let's get straight to the video. Before we go, I just want to show you guys on this plain board what I want to explain in this video, so that you guys can get the understanding before we move to the chart and do it live. Because of this situation going on in the market right now, this plan and this money management rule is the best right now, the best thing you can do. So if you don't want to lose your challenge anymore, you want to just spend 3 days or 1 week in starting your challenge, and your account is already down 10%, already down 6%, already down 5%, then this is all you need. So I want you guys to pay very good attention to everything I'm going to be doing here before we move to the chart, so I can explain everything to you guys. So in this case right now, we're on an uptrend. So let's say you spot an entry right at this point here. Okay, you spot an entry right at this point here. You got into the trade somewhere at this point here. Okay, your take profit is somewhere around here, and your stop loss is down here, with a plan that you're going to be getting out of this trade just at this point here. This is the new low. Your stop loss is way below the new low, which is the good thing. After you got into the trade here, price move above to this point here and have a retracement. As you know, market move this way, right? And have a retracement to this point here. After price break above this point here, a new high has been formed, right? Because this is the previous high. Okay, after price break above here, a new high has been formed, and after price reverse from this place here and break above here, a new low has been found, right? This is not a new low anymore, this has become the previous low, right? A new low now was then found at this point here. After we had a break at this point here, what you want to do is you want to put your stop loss at a second low, right? In an uptrend, you want to put your stop loss at the second low all the time. Then you keep doing the same thing and keep riding the trend, probably to your desired take profit or your desired time for you to get out, or probably you're waiting for that same strategy, right? That same money management strategy to be the one to stop you out, right? So let's say this is the new low we had, right? We put this one as 1, and here we put this one as 2. Okay, all right, so now we have the new low at this point here. Price breaking above this point here, close above this point here. You want to move your stop loss, right? Your stop loss that was supposed to be here, now you can now move your stop loss all the way to just exact right on top of the second low, right? And after price break above this zone again, close above this zone again, a new low has then been found. Alright, so this one now will become 1, while this will become 2. Again, what do you do in this case? Again, what you do is you move your stop loss to break even again. Now you already break even, you're risk free. Even though your TP hasn't been met yet, you already break even in this trade. So anything that makes the price comes down to break this point here, and also comes back to break this low at this point here, then there's a strong tendency that the price will probably continue down for that time before continuing back up, or probably price is going to stop you out before going back up if it still wants to continue the trend. Okay, so you continue to repeat the same thing, right? After price made this new high and reverses back, All right, you wait for price to break this high at this point here. Immediately price break this high at this point here, you then move your stop loss. All right, this one will now become the first low and this one will become the second low. You can now move your stop loss all the way to this point here. As price continue to break this point again and push back up, price reverses back and break above this point here again, you continue to shift your stop loss. Right, you shift it to this point here again as well. In this case now, we can see that price got up at this point here. Instead of price to come back to this point here and continue back up, what we had was price closing below and crashing to the downside. You would have been stopped out at this point and probably be making 1%, still better than not making anything at all. All right, or probably getting stopped. You can use this on swing trading, you can use it on day trading, you can even use it on scalping, right? But the example that I'm going to be making on this video is going to be day trading, right? For those of you guys that want to catch 50 pips and all that. Let's say peradventure on this trade right here, you're looking to go short after seeing this engulfing candle, right? This is just an example. I'm just picking it from just a random place, right? And I want you guys to go test this one out for yourself, right? Go test it out for yourself and see the one that works for the time frames that you trade, right? But my recommendation is, if you're trading on the 4-hour and 1 hour, you want to start managing your trade on 15 minutes. Probably if you're working on H4, you can manage your trade on the 30 minutes. But if you're working on H1, you can manage your trade on the 15 minutes. So in the case where you're working with 30 minutes and 15 minutes, that means you're taking your trade on the 15 minutes and 30 minutes. You can manage your trade on the 5 minutes. This is what I meant by that. So let's say in this case now, we're going to be taking the trade on 30 minutes and 15 minutes, right? So we look at 30 minutes and 15 minutes and see that they all correlate and doing the same thing. So we want to take the trade on 15 minutes, right? So what we were looking for in this case now was a break, right? So we played this and we saw the break just at this point here. Okay, so after getting the break, we got into the trade just right here, and our stop loss was pushed somewhere here, okay, which is above this point here. Immediately we get this trade, what we need to do is we scale down to 5-minute chart. Okay, after scaling down to 5-minute chart, probably you might want to put your stop loss, because this is the previous low before the low was broken to this point here. You might put your stop loss somewhere around here just to be safe. And also you can put your stop loss somewhere around this point here, since this is the last candle. And I'm just speaking just based on my own strategy. A lot of people prefer to put their stop loss wherever they like, right? So some people might put their stop loss just right above this week, some people might put it above here, some people might decide to put their stop loss above this point here. But me personally, based on my strategy allows me to put my stop loss just around this point here. It doesn't have to change anything from your strategy. I'm just trying to give you guys idea of how you can manage your trade and not just get stopped out all the time. This will also help a lot of you guys that want to catch a very long trend. Some of you guys that want to catch 1 to 20, maybe your stop loss was here and you get into the trade just at this point here. You want to catch it, in a long time. You want to catch it in a long time. This is also going to help you to catch it in a long time. After we got into this trade here, this is the point where we get into this trade, because this is the last candle that closed when we get into the trade. Our stop loss was right up here, right? Let's just play this one, right? So immediately what we can see here, the first candle, this 5-minute first candle that closes below the previous low, right? This is the previous low, right? And price already closed below the previous low. So our stop loss here is safe, right? Our stop loss, we still leave the stop loss there, just right here, for it to continue to run. Right, we just continue to look at the market and see what it does, right? Just continue to just study the market. After we have this low, right, we wait for price to break the low, right? This low, wait for price to break it, then put our stop loss just around this point here. So what we can see now, we can see price push up and make a low. Now we have the second low, the previous low, the new low, right? So now we want to put our stop loss at the highs of the highs, right? This is the previous high here. Okay, so our stop loss is hanging just around this point here, right? This way now we've been able to take out over 0.5% of our risk in this trade, right? We've been able to take 0.5% over our risk, right? So what we do is we just keep playing, right? Let's say if our TP, like me now, my TP will definitely be here, and when I move 1 to 2, I close 2% of my profit and just let the rest run. All right, that's what I do normally, and push my stop loss to break even. But for those of you guys that want to catch a very long time trend, you want to catch a very big trend, right? This one will also help you, right? And this one also helped me too, right? Because before the price moves very fast to the downside, sometimes price might be a losing trade, right? Sometimes you have a trade that would have pushed deep and you're already happy, you're saying, oh yeah, price is moving in my favor. Then at the end of the day, the price just reverse and just stop you out, taking your money out. You can actually help yourself, if price is moving in your favor, by securing some profit. We keep playing. So as you guys can see, price continues to melt down. Me personally, in this case, I would have closed 2% of my trade, break even. But for those of you guys that want to continue to catch the trend, right, just keep playing. Okay, you keep playing. So after what we can see here at this point here was price pushes up a little bit again and break the previous low, right? This is the previous low, right? The new low. This is the previous low here at this point here. Here now you can move your stop loss, right? You can move your stop loss just right at this point here. That is if the trade hasn't hit your TP. Let's play that. Okay, so price continue to push the downside. Now after price continue to push the downside at this point here, you can see this place here, price push up a little bit now and make another low, right? This is the new low, this is the previous low. What you want to do in this case now, you want to take your stop loss and push it all the way to this point here. You want to take your stop loss and push it all the way to this point here, right? This way now you've secured all the profit that was here. You've been able to secure all the profit that was here, right? With just that simple and very easy technique, right? So you keep playing, okay. So as you can see, price break below this point here, but this is still the high because the price, you know, breaks above this point here, makes this one not really valid anymore, right? So we waited for price to break this one again. After breaking, our stop loss is still hanging where it is. All we need to do now is look for price to break this zone here. So if you play that, boom, we can see the market break just right below here. What we need to do in this case here is move our stop loss all the way to this point here. You can see we've been able to secure all this point here, been able to secure that, right? Been able to secure it. Our stop loss was right below that point here. So we just keep playing that, right? We keep playing. Okay, okay, so what we have here again is price defiling these previous highs at this point here. That's the reason you can put your stop loss at previous high, right? The new high, you can put your stop loss there. You want to put it at the previous high, then leave the new high for price, because price can just come back to play around that point to stop some people out that are there, then continue to the downside. You can see here price comes back to stop people out and continue to the downside. Also here at this point here, price come back to stop people out and continue to the downside. So all we need to do is just keep holding and keep waiting. All right, keep holding and keep waiting. Okay, so at this point here, you can see price break below the new low. All right, break below the new low. What we need to do in this case here is same thing, right? Same thing. We do the same thing. We move our stop loss just to this point here, right? Then we continue to play. All right, price can continue to push down. As you guys can see, price push all the way to this point here. What we need to do again, we move our stop loss to right above the wick, right? Just right above the wick, the highest wick. At this point here, you put your stop loss just right above it, right? So we have this low here, probably we have this high here, and before price. So if price breaks this high at this point here and come back to break this high, probably the market is going to continue back up a little for some time before continuing the trend, or probably change the trend immediately. So as you guys can see here, we got stopped out just right at this point here after this very big move, which is very, very nice, right? We've been able to keep securing profit and securing profit and securing profit. All right, so that's another way you can trade through this season, right? And for those of you guys that are trading on the 1 hour, you can also do the same thing on the 1 hour too. For those of you guys that are taking trades on the 1 hour, probably you're getting into trades on the 1 hour. Let me just, you know, replay this one just randomly. Let's say the price comes here now and break below at this point here. We're basically supposed to get into the trade at this point here after the break of that trend line. Right, don't forget guys, this is just a random picking. You took the trade on the 1 hour chart, right? You want to just scale into 15 minutes to manage your trade, and the same thing we did on just that 5 minutes is the same thing you have to repeat in this case, right? So what you want to do is you want to keep playing, and after playing this one, you can see price continue to push down. Just wait, the price push down. Okay, so what we had at this point here now was a break of this low. So we have the highs, you know, previous highs, and now we're having the new high. All right, so what we want to do here is our stop loss is still secured where it is. Probably what you can do is just, you know, move your stop loss down a little bit, just right to the peak of this high. All right, so what you want to do now is just leave it and continue to play. All right, continue to let the market do its thing. All right, Just continue to let the market do its thing. So what we can see here at this point here, let me zoom out. Does it break below? Right, we need to answer that question. Right, so as you guys can see, price break below at this point here. This is the new low. Right, and we can see price break below that. So in this case now, you don't want to leave your stop loss to still continue to be just right on top of that zone there. All you have to do is just move your stop loss all the way down here. All right, the reason why you can't just break even just now is price can just go back, shoot up here and stop you out and continue to the downside, right? Because they know, right? The banks knows that a lot of people got into this trade at this point here, so they can easily come back to stop you out here and continue to the downside. So what you want to do is you want to hang right above that point here, and as you can see, that's the previous high, right? So you want to hang around that previous high. So we just continue to play this guy here. Okay, so as you can see, price still continue to push back, right? This is the new high and this is still the previous high, so everything still looks the same. So we still keep playing that. Now we can see price push back up here, and what we can see was a push down and a rejection, right? So this is a situation where you need to pay attention to. You have to make sure that the price breaks below this point here before you move your stop loss. So one thing I want to show you guys is after price push back above here at this point here, we can see a push down. Now it pushed back up. That didn't break above here, so we won't calculate that. So our stop loss will still be hanging just at the exact place where it is. Right, so now we can see price breaking below this point here. We can also see price breaking below this one here. So we can easily move our stop loss right from that top there and move our stop loss right here. Okay, now we're already securing profit, right? Instead of just waiting for price, we're already securing profit. So right at this point here, we can see price make a new low and push back to the downside here. In this case right now, we have the very new highs and this is the previous high. So what you want to do is move your stop loss just right to this point here and let the trade run. Now we've secured over 1%, so we just let the trade continue to run. So as you guys can see, price made the new low here at this point here. This is the previous low, this is the new low, and this is the previous highs, and this is the new high at this point here. You want to also move your stop loss right to this point here, this point too, and you have to play. Right? Okay, you can see price got so close and still manages to push back. This is the new highs and this is the previous high, right? So what you want to do in this case now is you want to move your stop loss right to this point here. All right, keep playing, keep playing. Boom, you can see price kept shooting down, right? I don't know how many risk to reward you're looking for, but at this point here we've been able to secure some profit. Not just that alone, guys, we've moved deeply, right? So let's say if at this point here price decide to reverse, right, of course it's going to stop you out in profit instead of stopping you out at break even or probably stop you out at loss. Because I know a lot of people, right, I've also done that before. I would just leave my stop loss. It's either the trade stop me out or the trade give me money. That's what I do before, right? But now you have to apply money management, right? Which is the most important thing, right? The most important thing in trading. Money management is very, very important, guys. Please, please don't download money management. It's so important. All right, so important. So looking at this one here now, our stop loss also got reduced to somewhere around this point here. So that's how you continue to do it. That's for those of you guys that want to ride a very massive trend. Of course, if it's basically for me, I would have gotten out of this trade because I think I've had my own fair share. Right, I won't be into this trade anymore because it has moved and I'm already satisfied. If you're trading on the 1 hour, you want to use 15 minutes to manage your trade, right? That is money management. It's called money management. If you're trading on 30 minutes and 15 minutes, you want to use 5 minutes to manage your capital, right? To manage your capital. So for those of you guys that are funded with myforexfunds or probably you're funded with traderscentralfunds, right? Those are the two prop firm that I strongly recommend. Of course, Ftmo is also a very good prop firm. I strongly recommend myforexfunds because I've tried them out and everything. So for those of you guys that want to manage your account, you just want to lose your capital unnecessarily, because I have a lot of people that says on their 100k account they're already down 10% in 1 week, right? That's absurd, right? If you kick in money management and you practice your risk management and everything, you're not supposed to lose that much, right? So this is golden, right? This is golden. I want you guys to go, work on if this can actually work for you. All right, so that's just my idea on that. So right now, guys, we're already here for our stop loss, right? That is, we've been able to secure everything here, right? So if price stop loss are good, all right, Stop loss out at that point, good, no problem. What we had was a very previous high. Our stop loss was right here. So as you guys can see, this is where this trend finally came to stop us out. Right, this trend finally came to stop us out. A lot of people would have gotten out of this trade just at this point here, at this point here, at this point here. But you can see this is just exact point where the trade stop us out, right? And let's see how the market behave after stopping us out. And as you guys can see, price continue back up, right? Price continue back up after stopping us out at this point here. So we've been able to catch all this move right from here all the way to this point here with that strategy. Alright, so guys, you can continue to work on these for yourself. Thank you for watching this video today, and guys, please go and destroy the like button, please, and subscribe to this channel. Guys, please subscribe to this channel. Let's do something. And I also have a very sweet announcement on my Telegram by next week, guys. I have a very sweet announcement on my Telegram by next week, guys. So go join my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. Join my Telegram channel. Trust me, guys, trust me, this announcement is going to favor a lot of you guys. So I want you guys to go join the Telegram channel. Let's be family. If you have any other questions, right, I call out trades on my Telegram channel, and I also do trades management on my Telegram channel as well, because trades management, money management, and psychology, those are the things that I really don't take lightly. I really take them serious, because I believe that is the soul of trading. God bless you, stay profitable, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.